wants to buy a 15 or $20 million residential property, would you tell him to avoid New York City?
Not necessarily. I think I would tell him to just have a thesis as to what it is he's investing in. I think it really depends what you're investing in. Asset classes are different. And I do think New York is New York. I do think there's a value to be, as bad as Mamdani may be, if he wins, you got to go through difficult times in order for people to turn back around. The pendulum swings the other way. So if you have a long-term purview and you're considering investing from a long-term perspective, it might come back the other way. People might realize that we made a mistake and look at San Fran and other places that really have gone through a difficult time. The problem there is if you're going to have to hold on to an asset for a long time, you're not going to get paid. And I think one of the biggest mistakes entrepreneurs make is they don't do the math. And I know that sounds really odd, but the reality is I've sat with a lot of young guys. They're looking to go out on their own. The first thing I ask them is, tell me your business plan. And the response is, I'm going to go buy buildings. I'm like, okay, let's do the math. And if I said, okay, if you buy a $5 or $10 million deal, is that good? They're like, yeah, that's great. I said, okay, let's say you buy two of them. And then we do the math. I'm like, okay, you make an acquisition fee, but that has to go into the deal because your partners want to know you have skin in the game. Your asset management fee is minimal. It's barely going to cover an individual. So you're going to need to hire somebody, or else you're going to be stuck running these properties and you won't be able to have the time to find a new deal. And your hope and expectation is that you're going to be able to exit and earn a promote. But the world doesn't necessarily work that way. I'm now old enough where I've gone through a lot of ups and downs, and I've seen people that have done everything right when it comes to the execution of the business plan, but the macro market just crashed on them. So it's really difficult. And so I would tell people to just really think through what their investment thesis is and how long the investment horizon is, because it's critical.